I think that we are the students' band, and I like to do music that is recognizable and hopefully enjoyable to them. And I hope and I think that will endear us to the students, and that they care about the band. They see it as their organization, their peers, and a group that cares about them and wants to entertain them.
Right? Let's start reading. Let's push through. 29. 1, 2, 1, and 2, and 3.
Well, we start every practice in sectionals. I've learned over time that it is the best way to break everybody up into like instruments. So the clarinets are all going together, the trumpets are all going together, the trombones all go together, so that there is some unity. They can all hear what each other's playing and determine if there's wrong notes or wrong rhythms being played or what needs improvement. I actually prefer that to be the starting point, because then I can hand the music to them fresh. They can go through and see their instrumental parts and what they need to do before we put everybody together. As you can imagine, once we put all of the 200 people together playing at the same time, it's a lot harder to know what you should be doing. You can see it on the printed page, but it's a lot easier to work it out individually than it is to just throw everybody in the mix.
Find that for me. Here we go. 1, 2, 10. 1 and 2 and ready. And.
After sectionals have gone on for a while, I bring everybody together into a full band, and that is when all of the instruments, piccolos, clarinets, down to percussion, are in an arc form, so that they can face me and we can work on music, and I can localize things that need addressed. And I'm very stickler about those details. I want the stuff around the music, the dynamics, the quiets and the softs and the louds and the attacks and the way they play. That has to be throughout the band. I'm very particular about that, because that makes us sound musical. If we were just out there playing with no care for the way that we played, it wouldn't sound good at all. Full band is the way for us to also get the feeling of what it's going to sound like together, and how the music's going to come across. So it's a pretty important time together.
Rest. Let's do it.
7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47.
When we start new drill or the formations that we make on the field, traditionally I'll start that without instruments, so that there's nothing in their hands, there's nothing on their bodies. They can think about and look at the football field and see where they're going to be, where they need to be. Then from page to page, that is what we call a transition. That's kind of like animation. When you see a flip book, all the many pages that go in between it, and you see the motion going across. It's the same thing. It might be from page 1 to page 2, might be 16 counts of the music, and we know that we're going to march from this formation to this formation. And so by taking the instruments out, we can concentrate on placement on the field and being precise and where we're going to stand. The final step is, once we do have the marching with the music down, we start doing run-throughs and really give them opportunities for repetition so they can feel comfortable and feel not afraid and feel like, okay, I know what I'm doing. So we start doing run-throughs from the very beginning. With timing, I'll add my announcements in that I read in between, and everything from bringing them on the field before the show starts to taking them off with the fight song. We start doing those run-throughs so that they feel very confident about what they're doing, and that's repetition. There's a lot of things to think about, and when you start moving, that makes it harder. But I think that adds to the pageantry, that adds to the showcase of the marching band, is that it's always interesting and you get to see some movement in addition to hearing some music.